What's going on, everyone? And today I want to do some kind of different video where I show how the market changes throughout time. And this is going to be like a time lapse of 2 to 3 weeks, beginning where the market took a significant dip and ending when the market took a significant jump. So just so you see how prices change in both kind of scenarios, and so you can have an actual representation of how the market and portfolio, or my portfolio, looked when it took a big hit and then when it took a big jump, and then touching on that whole trading emotionally thing at the end. So if it looks a little awkward and segmented and sometimes I sound more tired than others, that's why. It's just because I did them throughout different parts of the week and the month. And this is actually my watch list, so these aren't my current holdings, but currently there's a really big jump, and I thought this would be the perfect way to end the video, showing how I lost over $100 in the beginning and then how I've gained over $100 at the end. So thank you for watching in advance. If it's also a little choppy, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do the best that I can with the segments that I have. But because of the news that's been going on with Trump and the trade wars, the stock market pretty much as a whole has been negatively impacted. So many shares have been going down in value. And on this account, well, I only have one account. So on my account, I used to be up around $230. I'm now up 46. So the progress I made in about 2 months, pretty much 3/4 of it gone in a span of 3 days. So this is definitely one of those times where you want to wait till it kind of levels down a bit, and if you want to buy some extra shares, and you can get them at a discount now, and then just hold them for the long run. And that's basically my strategy here, is hold for the long term. So this isn't scaring me, or it's just when you wake up in the morning and you see, my account is down 1%, it's not what you want to see, obviously, but it's still part of the game. Another update, and looking at the chart now, for the day I was down 1.15% at some point, so down about $70, $76, and I've been recovering from that drop. We're now down 0.4%, or down $26, so recovered about $50. If I look at my 1 year progress, I'm up $93, so coming back up. This is what I was talking about earlier. I wasn't sure if the market was going to keep dropping or recover. So I was waiting a little bit more for a drop on VGT to go down to the 227s, and then I would have bought more shares. I did buy one when it was at 229, and I think I mentioned that in the last update, but if not, here it is again. I bought one at 229 and 14 cents, and I considered buying more if it dropped further, but I wasn't sure if it would, so I just let it. I told myself, why continue to drop money when it might drop even more? I'll just take advantage and buy one share, and then if it drops more, then I'll buy another one. But it didn't drop more. It recovered a bit, and that's still good. I don't mind, or I don't feel like I missed out on the opportunity. I did buy some Uber shares and BGT shares when they were down, and now I'm up a bit. Still in the negative or in the red, so just gonna wait out. I really highly doubt this will recover all the way today. It's just too big of a drop, and the progress so far has been too slow, and there's only 3 hours left in the day for the stock market, and I don't think I'm gonna recoup 1% in VGT in 3 more hours. It's been kind of stagnant. I mean, it's upwards, but not that steep of an incline. Google recovered all the way, and I was freaking out because Google was at 1276. I mean, I wasn't freaking out, but I was just dang it, if I would have waited a little bit more, and I could have bought at 1276. That's a way better price at 1294. But you know what they say, hindsight is 2020. But I bought in at 1294, and now, or 12.93, my bad. And now I'm up 49 cents overall. So we're in the green for Google. That's great. We recovered all the way for this stock or that share. Microsoft is coming back up. VGT is coming back up. And I bought one share at 229, so I'm positive with that share. The S&P 500, pretty much all shares are starting to come back up. Uber, I bought an additional 2 shares around $28.20, so I'm up on those. And overall for Uber today, we're in the green. Nextera Energy is also recouping. Just in general, like, they're all starting to come back up. These last ones don't really matter because they're kind of one-off stocks. But yeah, it's just kind of an update to show you all how you shouldn't really panic, especially in the long term. And this is just like, I wasn't even hoping, I was hoping, but I wasn't expecting the market to recover this quickly from that steep of a drop. But it's going to happen eventually. Although in the week it says I'm down $114. Last week I was up $80 in 2 days. So that's the stock market for you. It goes up, it goes down. What matters is just holding for the long run and just watching your money grow. So I'm still overall up $95 since I started in October, and it's now December 2nd, December 3rd. So I'm happy with the progress. I'm not going to complain. I bought some more shares at a cheaper price. So that just means when the stock market continues to grow in the future, I'm going to be much happier that I bought in at a cheaper price right now. So, all right, final update for today's crazy stock market day. And as you see in the after hours market, we were able to recoup just a little bit more. And just as I'm saying that, like, it grows even more. Google's the straggler that's been just growing more. We're actually up $8.38 by the end of today. Microsoft is doing something crazy right here. Don't know what's going on, but they're doing their thing. And at the end of the day, we're up $112 since October. This morning when we checked in, I believe I was only making a profit of $40. Sorry, I had a burp. But yeah, I had a profit of about $43 around there. So if we go back over here, I was down at some point by $80. And now we're only down by $8. So it recouped pretty much for the most part. If you look at my shares right here, most of them, well, not most of them, now about half are in the green. The more meaningful ones are the ones up here, like, are my highest equity valued ones, and they all went up. VGT is the one that's really bringing me down right now because I own 10 shares of VGT, and today we lost $15 in this stock. But before, it was one of my biggest winners. So if we look over here, it's gone down by a lot in the past week. But I'm just waiting for that recovery. It's bound to come back up because it's an ETF and a reliable ETF. So just going to wait for that one to bounce back up. And I'll post another update and show how, although something happened in the market where a bunch of stocks really dipped, I didn't freak out and sell my shares. I just let it do its thing, and now it's back up. Is the next market day from that big loss that we experienced on Monday. So as you can see, we're up $52 on the day so far, and it's just in the morning, so there's still plenty of hours for it to change, but so far we've recouped another 0.76%. So if I go to my returns overall, I'm now up $157, so a little over 2.3% return. So this is actually more accurate in terms of how many gains I've had. So it's just, again, like, going back to how the stock market reacts a certain way. So you see here, it dropped by a significant amount, and then it dropped again on the very next day by another significant amount. But then on Monday, we had a little bit of recuperation from this initial drop here, and now we're going back up again. I feel like it's unlikely that we'll get back to 220 in this one day, but that's all right. Like, I know that I'm not expecting it to go all the way back up. I actually wasn't even expecting a $53 return for the morning. So I'm already happy as is. And all right, so this is another update, and this is looking at my portfolio once it's taken a significant jump, and we are up 1.61% on the day, and it's the market opened about an hour ago, and I'm basically up $118. So if you look at the 1 week progress, I'm up $244, and there's a significant jump that happened in the pre-market hours. So over $100 up in pre-market, and it's still been climbing kind of steadily. There are no big drops or anything. But if you look at the 1 week progress, 244 and 86 cents up for a 3.4% change upwards. In the past month, I'm up $293. And then in the past 3 months, which is the same as 1 year, or all because I've only been in stocks for about 2 months and a half now, or almost 3 months, I should say. So in my all-time progress, I've made about $427. So a 6% increase since I started investing. And if you look at my holdings, Uber was a big gainer for me today. So let me switch this over actually to the line graph. And you see Uber it jumped from $28.50 to $30. So that's a $1.50 increase. And since I hold 38 shares, I gained $57 for a total return right now on Uber of around $63. It's going up and down because it's kind of staying at the $30 range. It's still early in the market, so I'll see how that changes. But total return of about $63 on Uber, and I just started this position not long ago. So I kind of regret not buying more shares, but at the same time, Uber already makes about now currently over 15% of my portfolio, and I did want to start putting more money into ETFs, which is what I ended up doing. And so technically I did still make money because the ETFs I invested in also jumped by a good amount. So I just think that if I would have bought more at $28, it would have been a higher jump, but still happy with the progress. We're up about 5.3% today on Uber, which is crazy. Google hit an all-time high today too. We're up 1.15% for a total return of $15 today and $68.84 since we acquired this stock at $1,293. And that makes up around 18% of the portfolio. I don't want to go over everything. I'm just going to go over my significant gainers, which was Uber, Google, and then VGT. So Microsoft, went up 88 cents, but nothing to write home about. VGT was one where it went up by 1.21%, so $2.89. But since I hold 12 shares of VGT, it actually went up about $30 this morning. So total return is $81.47. And VGT is also a position that I established not long ago, and I'm hoping that because VGT is my favorite stock, I'm hoping this is my first position to break the $100 profit on the total return, which I hope it'll reach soon, hopefully by the end of the year. But I did buy 2 shares this morning before it took an even bigger jump, and currently sitting at 241.09. And the S&P 500 also took a very big leap, but not as large as VGT. So here's just a quick rundown of the rest of my positions. And Disney went up a good amount, so did AbbVie. All of them today just took a pretty big leap. Even Hexo, after it went down by a large amount, it just bounced right back up. So those are all my holdings. Going back up to the total return, it's updating. Let's see if it goes up. Will it go up? Yeah, it went down a little bit. But still, I'm up $114 in the morning. And it's basically, currently, I'm thinking back to that one time when the market took that big dip and VGT was selling for, I think, $2.32. So it's like a $9 difference. Thinking that if I would have bought more shares, then that would have been $9 profits for each share that I would have bought at that time. So kind of thinking again about how you don't want to trade emotionally, and when the market is down, you don't want to sell all those shares, because then eventually, like 2-3 weeks down the line, you get this big jump. And I kept all my shares. I didn't really sell anything, and if anything, I built up my portfolio. So it took an even bigger jump, and now I'm up $425. So you really just have to buy, hold for the long run, and as long as you have some strong stocks that you've done your research into, then you're going to see it grow. It is going to have some hiccups, so let me actually go back to VGT specifically. And if we go back to the 1 month, right here is when the China trade war thing was going on, and it took a really big drop, 1% down, or $2.34 down. And since I had 10 shares before, I think, the drop, I was actually negative $24 at some point, around that range. But now I'm up $81. So it's all a matter of just waiting it out, and it'll eventually climb back up. So this is going to be the end of this kind of segmented, awkward video, just kind of showing how the market fluctuates from one week to another. And you can just imagine how things would change over the past couple months and then years. And hopefully I can accomplish that through the Stock Watch series. But this is just a quick little update on how my whole portfolio has changed over the past couple weeks. So here's the end. Overall change. See, we had a nice climb, 215. Dropped down to only $105 profit. That's a $100 dip here. We recovered a bit, took a small little drop, but then skyrocketed back up, and now we're at an all-time high for the portfolio. So thanks to everyone for watching this awkwardly segmented video. I'm going to try my best to piece it together, and I appreciate every single person watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.